She's right over here. Go ahead, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Heather Sanders. I'm from Fresno, California.
Hi, Heather. What's your question?
This is for Bochy. Last year's team was known as a group of cast-offs and misfits. How would you describe this year's team?
Well, they haven't changed too much. And I think, it was well said by, I think Sage said, and the president mentioned it too, they're characters with character. And that's who they are. But we've even, in our little struggles at times, somebody called us cockroaches too because they couldn't kill us. We kept coming back. But you know what? It's a group of, and I hate to say cast-offs, but last year that's how we got some of these guys, and they work well together. And they pull together, and they'll do it. Believe me. Again, we've got some new additions that are going to help us, but characters with characters, best way I can describe these guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Cast-offs, misfits, and cockroaches. I like it. Yes, sir. What's your name and where are you from?
Rob, born and raised in San Francisco.
That's what I'm talking about. And what's your question and who's it for?
This question is for Beltran. You've had a lot of success in the postseason in your career. What do you think changes in you from the regular season to the postseason to contribute to this?
Well, I think as a player, my first year that I went to the postseason, I had no expectations. So, as a player, you never know when it's going to be the last chance that you're going to be able to be in that situation. So, I just went out there, have fun, and good things happen. And that shows that when you don't try too hard, good things are going to happen in this game. Good results are going to happen. Sometimes we get caught up in trying too much, trying to help the team, trying to come through offensively. And like Bochy said, sometimes you end up with pressure on yourself. So we just need to go out there and have fun.
Thank you, Carlos. And who's up next? Good morning to you. What's your name and where are you from?
Hi, Jamie Kaplan. I'm from Campbell South.
And who's your question for?
It's for Pablo and Carlos and Bruce.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so like a lot of moms, I've got a 9-year-old son who's really into Little League, and I have to say that he does show some talent, and he's got a lot of drive. And all the moms think that about their kids. It's true. But at what age do you really assess when you've got it to keep going and maybe get to a competitive level from both your personal perspectives and Bruce from yours as a coach?
It's an easy question, If you got a kid, you have to support it. The first thing, I start seeing, the result. I want to be a basketball player when I was 13 years old. That was when my mom put the effort, take me to the field every day, practice, play the game, I think so 13, 12, 14, around that age, you want to see the result. Well, you have to say that I was like 14 years old when I started realizing that I was, doing things different than other kids. But at the same time, like Pablo said, the most important thing is the support from the parents to your kids. Because right now he's 9 years old, he's not thinking about getting hit, doing this, doing that. He's just going to the field and having fun. So the most important thing right now is your support.
He will choose, he will decide if he loves the game of baseball. I think this is a great sport, and you can do a lot of things in this game.
As well said, Carlos. And I'll add just a little bit to that, but I agree with what they're saying. I think when they get in their teens is when you have a pretty good idea of what kind of talent they have, and but it's not a tell-all. Because some guys develop later. For example, I was not drafted out of high school. I was very small in high school. People are shocked to hear that, but I was
Bochy's funny.
I got a
He's
picture
so
of me
funny.
on my varsity team. I'm sitting down. I look like the bat boy in the front row, and I've been the last guy that you would have thought would have gone on and played baseball. So, it's hard to say, but once they get in their teens, and the reason I say that too is, as Carlos was mentioning, with your support, if you can give them the passion to play the game, it's like anything in life. If they love it, they'll work at it. They'll get better at it. Just don't push it, and if there's something they really want to do, they'll keep working. I have a son now in the minor leagues, and believe me, I let him go, and I haven't done a lot with him, and I didn't think he would ever play professional ball, to be honest. But, the bug hit him, and he worked his tail off, and now he's pitching in the minor leagues for us. Augusta, and he went to KU as a long man at Kansas University, and he just got better and better. I thought college would be his ceiling, and now he's throwing the ball quite well.
That's fantastic. Well, thank the three of you for your questions. One more time for the skipper, Beltran, Pablo Sandoval, and Mr. Larry Bear. Now we have a chance for two of you to win autographed